Well, here we are. We're heading out to EVO 2013 in Las Vegas. And I got my car all loaded up with gear. We've got tools and parts and two fairly decent sized CRTs. Got two UDC PS2s with two super turbos. Getting excited for the ST games. I'll catch up with you guys on the road. Well, I'm actually in Vegas now, and I'm hopefully a few minutes from the venue. Traffic's kind of crappy, so I didn't get here as quick as I wanted to, but happy to be here, and I'll pick it up when I get inside. Well, we just finished setting up over at the venue. I didn't really record anything there because you're gonna see it tomorrow anyways, but had a Karopi and DGV and Afro Legends and Bernie and a few other guys there, so we had a good time hanging out, and I'm just heading to my hotel now. I haven't even checked in yet, so gonna do that and probably hit it early tomorrow morning, maybe around 8. Try and get the rest of my gear set up and probably try and beat the crowds to get our badges and whatnot. But yeah, it should be fun. Looking forward to it. So I stay at the Days Inn over here, and I save a lot of money compared to staying at the actual venue of the event. So yeah, it's not fancy, but shoot, you know, I'll take $30 a night over 100 or more a night, and works out pretty good. And there's a Denny's built on, and you get free Denny's breakfast, so that's pretty cool. So I will see you guys in the morning. Well, here we are in the Grand Ballroom. This is where only tournament stuff goes down. There's no exhibition stuff in this room, so we're actually in another room for that. So if we go over here, right next door is the exhibition hall, and that's where we're going to be playing Super Turbo. So I'll just walk you through the masses here. Got the Mad Catz booth and Focus Fire and a bunch of other stuff.
And I waited till I got to 2 and I ate mine.
So we've actually got a really big space this year, which is awesome. So there should be plenty of room for the players and spectators. So we got pretty much this whole corner over here. Got some head-to-head cabs. That Super Gun's not set up right now, but got the commentators. Got a UDC PS2 over here. Another UDC PS2. I'll probably pick it up later. Hey guys, well, I am back on the road after EVO. I apologize for not recording more footage there at the event. I kind of intended to, but it was just so dang loud there. I felt like I wasn't going to be able to talk over all that noise. And I guess if I would have been thinking, I just could have recorded a bunch of video and then voiced over later. But I wasn't really thinking about that. So anyways, sorry about not recording more event footage, but I'm sure there's a ton of guys who did, so hopefully that stuff pops up on YouTube. But anyways, long story short, I thought that it was an excellent event. I had a great time. Everybody I talked to had a great time. yeah, it was just great. I thought that Karopi and his crew did an amazing job. IE Battlegrounds did an amazing job with the stream. Not only did they run the stream, but they actually recorded every match. So we were running 4 setups. I think I had it in the last clip, but we had a head-to-head cab, which shout-outs to Bernie for bringing that, because I may mention it later, but it seemed kind of obligatory for an event of that magnitude to have a head-to-head cab. But anyways, so yeah, we had the head-to-head cabs and 3 UDC PS2s, so we had 4 setups total, and the IE Battleground guys not only streamed off the head-to-head cab, but they actually recorded every match on all those setups. So to me, that's amazing. I mean, you know, obviously it's doable, but I wasn't aware they were going to do that. So when I heard that, I was super excited, because that allows everybody to go and study their old matches and, you know, figure out what they did wrong, or watch the matches of their friends there. It's just great. I don't know how many tournaments would have the ability to record all those matches, but if that's at all possible at other events, I think that would be great, because it's just a great tool. It's a great resource. So yeah, just a lot of great matches. I'll have to go back and watch a lot, but from the matches that I watched, there was some seriously great matches. Cusamundo got beat out by Americans. That was pretty awesome to see. The normals were tearing it up. DGV, El Trouble, Domdai, Ultra Combo, all those guys. Mars. I know they all lost matches, but I saw a lot of great matches. So sorry for those of you I didn't mention, because there was a ton of people there. But anyways, yeah, just a lot of great matches. It was exciting to watch. I was kind of tending the UDC PS2 setups, but there wasn't a whole lot to be done. So most of the time I was just watching matches and visiting with people and meeting people I've never met, putting faces to names. There's a lot of names that you see thrown around in message forums and on YouTube video titles of matches and whatnot, and unless you've actually hung out with those people, it's hard to really imagine what kind of people they're like. And my overall impression was that everybody there is just a bunch of normal Joes. They just love video games, or they just love ST in particular. And I've honestly never encountered somebody that was unapproachable at this event in particular, and in other ST events at large. So it's just really cool to hang out with some pretty decent guys and get to know them better. Get a feel for their personality and just start some friendships. And it was really good. I look forward to future events where I can hang out with those guys. They seem like a decent crew. And what else? I don't know. I guess yeah, just as a whole, it was a great event. Sorry, I'm probably just kind of rambling and not very organized. But man, big ups to Karopi and his crew. Man, those guys. I'm sure there was some behind the scenes stuff that wasn't apparent to everybody else, but on the surface, it was run very smoothly. There was very few hiccups, and I was just very impressed. I think it ran very smoothly. I think that all the participants really enjoyed the aspect of the ST games, having 4 different sub-tournaments within the tournament as a whole. I think it added some valuable variety. It also allowed people to participate in certain portions of the tournament, which is great, because some people didn't even get in, particularly the internationals couldn't even get in till Saturday. So, for people who couldn't participate in the Friday tournaments, they were able to pick it up on on Saturday. Or there was even, you know, just some cameos. There was people that just wanted to participate in the teams tournament or in the ratio tournament or whatever. So it gave people the ability to have the freedom to not be there the whole time, or to pick and choose, you know, which events they wanted to participate in, or for the people who wanted to play everything. It was just a lot of variety. So overall, I think people really enjoyed that. I don't know if Karopi will want to do that again, but I thought as a whole that it was great. Not that there's anything wrong with just, you know, typical American style tournaments, but I thought it was really cool. And Cusamundo just seems like a really nice guy. I saw him hanging out with a lot of the American ST players and just talking, and just seemed really cool. The other internationals from Japan, I think their time was pretty limited because they were obligated to other events, but they hung around for a while. Saw some pretty cool casuals with those guys, and yeah, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. And as far as the future, I don't really know what, you know, I guess Karopi can speak on that, you know, what will happen with future EVO events. He did mention that in private, Mr. Wizard had voiced to him that he does want ST to have a presence at EVO in the future. So that's a great vote of confidence that you know, it's very likely that we'll be able to continue to have ST at EVO as a side tournament. Whether we'll ever be able to have a main stage event like Tournament of Legends last year, I'm thinking that may not happen again. It'd be awesome if it did, but I would be totally content if we just had side tournaments for the rest of the time, because I think everybody just had a great time. So if you haven't ever made it out to EVO to hang out with these guys, I really recommend it. Like I said, just a bunch of nice guys, and you'll be able to level up your game, play against a lot of tough competitors, and yeah, it's just cool hanging with everybody. I know I'm kind of rambling, but yeah, it was just a great event. And as far as on a side note, the future of UDC PS2, there were a few controllers that I'd never tested before that had some issues, so I need to update my drivers to support those, that's just a simple firmware update that people can do over the USB port. So I'll have to jump on that, but I've got a few more tournament organizers I need to get boards to, but other than that, I should be opening it up for just total open sales for everybody here. Should be within the next few months, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I think that running 4 setups worked out really well. I don't think there were any delays associated with lack of setups. I think that there was always enough, and there were even some times where there would be lulls in the tournament where you know, if we were waiting for players or something like that to show up, there would be time for casuals on the setups. So it seemed like everything was utilized there in a very smooth manner. So I was really happy about that. As far as the head-to-head cab, again, thanks to Bernie for bringing those. I think as far as EVO goes, that it worked out really well to have at least one head-to-head cab, particularly for the internationals. Not that they couldn't play on the UDC PS2s, but just from what I could see, that's just kind of their comfort zone, is playing on a cab, as much as everybody else enjoyed playing on the UDC PS2s. Even Afro Legends preferred playing on the UDC PS2 over cab because of his button layout, and also probably just more comfortable sitting on the floor. But you know, some of the other guys, they're just most comfortable on a cab. So whenever possible, it is nice to have at least one head-to-head setup. But for the rest of this stuff, it seemed like the UDC PS2s really worked out great, and I was totally happy to bring those. It's kind of funny because everybody was thanking me and so impressed with the UDC PS2. Oh man, thanks for bringing this. We couldn't have done this without you. Blah blah blah. But it's kind of funny because I really felt the opposite, because when I set out to do this project, I think I mentioned in the Power Up podcast with Nathan Shields, I mentioned that part of my inspiration was Domdai's interview with Keats and Ski Sonic on the Wake Up SRK podcast. That, so far as I recall, the context of the discussion in that podcast that inspired me was EVO, as far as ST at EVO, and keeping an arcade version of ST versus HD Remix at EVO. And just from that interview, it just sounded grim, like, oh man, we don't know if this will ever happen, or how could this ever happen? And that really inspired me to pursue the UDC PS2 project to fulfill that need. And so to actually have that project completed for the most part, and have that run in the ST games at EVO, was really the fulfillment of that vision. I want to continue to fulfill needs for other tournament organizers, but for that particular vision, that was really kind of the snapshot I had in my mind, was once I complete this, I want to see this at places like EVO. And so it's kind of funny when everybody was thanking me, because I really felt the opposite. I wanted to thank them for allowing me the opportunity to provide that outlet for that vision, to have my hardware run at their tournament. So I want to thank all of them for being very accepting to me and what I have to offer that community. So that was great. So it's definitely in both ways. I was very thankful and they were very thankful, and I think it just worked out really good. So here's to a bright future with further ST tournaments and UDC PS2. Thanks everybody for listening to me I can't even speak anymore. Ramble on forever. And enjoy those match videos when they come out. I'm excited to watch them myself, and I hope that, like I said, I hope that other events can either utilize IE Battlegrounds in particular, or have their own setups where they can record every match. I think that's super valuable. So I will stop talking, and hopefully I'll see you guys at an event. P.S. If I talk to you at the ST Games and I can't remember your name the next time I see you, don't take offense, but I'm pretty sure I'll remember your face and what we talked about. So take care, guys.